The voice barking orders in a Dutch accent during training at the University of California campus in Los Angeles belongs to Ruud van Nistelrooy, not Erik ten Hag. While Ten Hag stands back, observing Manchester United's coaching staff in a white baseball cap to shield his head from the Californian sunshine, Van Nistelrooy is busy organizing a session that encourages the players to move the ball into wide areas to set up goals. The man who scored 150 times in 219 games for United knows a thing or two about scoring goals. Van Nistelrooy has returned to the club at the age of 48 this summer, 18 years after a fallout with Sir Alex Ferguson's number 2 Carlos Queiroz over Cristiano Ronaldo hastened his departure from Old Trafford to Real Madrid. Now Van Nistelrooy is the manager's assistant alongside another new appointment, René Haak. While Ten Hag and Haak go way back to their time at FC Twente in Holland, the United manager only knew Van Nistelrooy through his Dutch connections. Both assistants are said to have been Ten Hag's choice, although it is clear that co-owners Ineos were keen to freshen up the coaching staff this summer, having decided to keep the manager in place. Ten Hag's number 2 Mitchell van der Gaag has left to pursue managerial opportunities and Steve McClaren has switched to senior first-team coach. McClaren has remained at Carrington to work with the international contingent, who are reporting late for pre-season while United are on tour in the US. A recent foot operation is another factor in his decision to stay at home, so Van Nistelrooy and Haak has started work in pre-season along with new goalkeeper coach Jal ten Rouwelaar, who was on his way from Burnley to Ajax this summer before United stepped in. Darren Fletcher has also joined the coaching staff on a full-time basis following Jason Wilcox's appointment as technical director, along with Lillestrøm boss Andreas Jorgensen. Fletcher was so young when Van Nistelrooy was a player at United that the Dutchman used to give him a lift into training because he couldn't drive. Fletcher repaid the favor by lending him box sets such as the hit show 24. Van Nistelrooy is keen not to be viewed simply as a forwards coach who has replaced Benny McCarthy in Ten Hag's backroom team. Fletcher for one would vouch for the fact that the former Real Madrid and PSV Eindhoven players' vast experience is just as valuable to the defenders because he knows exactly what they can do to make life difficult for a striker. United defender Johnny Evans is another. H is probably himself quite obsessed about defensive structure, says Evans. As a striker, I'm sure that was always quite interesting where he could score his goals. After he left United, he had a spell when he went to Spain, with Malaga, and he was talking about when he was under Manuel Pellegrini and real die-hard defensive coaches. I think he learned a lot and he saw real value in it. Having Ruud come back has been great, especially for myself. I sort of grew up idolizing Ruud and the way he used to play. I got a little bit of chance when I was in the youth team to see him play, when he was coming to the end of his United career, and I might have trained with him once or twice when he was coming back from injury. It's good to have someone of that caliber and respect in the squad. Van Nistelrooy was a leading contender to fill the managerial vacancy at Burnley this summer, and is known to have had several more good opportunities. But when his old club United came calling, there was only ever going to be one outcome. The man who led PSV to victory in the Dutch Cup and second place in the Eredivisie in his only full season as a manager in 2022-23 was happy to put off becoming a boss again to be no. 2 at United. With Hake and Jorgensen giving up managerial jobs at Go Ahead Eagles and Lillestrøm respectively, United have certainly put together a high-powered coaching team, but there's no doubt that Ten Hag is the boss. While training winds up here at UCLA, he is deep in conversation with Ineos Sporting Direct.